Good morning, Martin from the Philippines. We're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So we are live. And now, what is the topic for the day? Topic for the day is how to shift from anger to peace. So another way of saying this to make it practical or a little more universal in your life is how to shift from a negative emotion to a positive emotion. How to shift from feeling bad to feeling good. Like, I got this. So, how to shift from anger to peace. 3 quick practical tips. People watching the live, watching the replay, feel free to comment down below. What has worked for you? You can share with others so we can all learn from each other. So, 3 quick tips. This was inspired, or I'm learning from another person, from Brandon Carter, this one. It also aligns with the teachings of my other mentors and my personal experience in life. So what are these 3 quick practical tips on how to shift from anger to peace? So the first is physiology, next one is environment, and then the third is focus. So we're going to go through it one by one real quick. So how to shift from anger to peace? Number 1, physiology. What is physiology? This is how we work with our body. So it could be our body posture. So we could have like a nice, upright, standing straight, shoulders back. You could call this a power pose, good body posture like that. It's not limited to this, by the way. Physiology can also mean in that moment of anger, frustration, it could be as simple and quick as our breathing. So I've been learning this because I've been doing breath work recently since 2021. I've been learning from someone, and you can do deep breaths, as simple as that. A deep breath in and let it go. Deep breath out. Already, just by that example, some of you might already be feeling a little different, calmer, more peaceful, just by that deep breath. People who actually do breath work, train practice, they call it an ujjayi breath. People who do yoga, it's the relaxing breath. There are also other types of breath that could change your state. So how we feel into power, it could give us more energy. It could keep us like high, natural high. So another way is also through smiling. So it's hard to feel angry or feel bad when you are smiling as well. So physiology, it could be any of those examples. It's not limited to just quick hacks like that. For example, this is a live example. Earlier in the morning, I did some exercise. Now some of you might say, Martin, after the workout, man, when I do my deadlifts, curls, I do squats, I feel like dying after. I could relate. Sometimes your hands are already, they feel like they're shaking. Your legs are feeling weak. You could barely stand. I guarantee you would feel much better after, especially after you recover. This is coming from someone who's been doing ice baths also in the past few years. So it sucks during the moment, but you feel, oh my goodness, like you feel so good after. So that's part of physiology. Now you don't have to go that extreme. I just did a cold shower before this live and I feel better already. So again, from feeling bad, do that. Physiology, we could control it. I feel good after. Second tip, quick one, is environment. So the thing about environment, how we shift from anger to peace, is this is a little deeper and a little more, it's how we construct our own reality. The line that hit me here is, from what I've been learning from my mentors and from personal experience, is environment is stronger than willpower. So what does that mean? Environment is stronger than willpower. It means that we can actually design, set up, build, or in some cases, move to an environment that is even more supportive. So some of us who could relate, the environment we're in is not supportive. And again, this is not to point the finger or like put hate or blame on anyone. Sometimes it's our own family, sometimes it's our own friends, sometimes it's our own workplace, and they have the best of intentions, yet it just does not work for us. It's unsupportive. Why? They don't understand our personal dreams. They're not in our shoes. They're not living your life or my life, right? So environment, hey, I see Pam watching live. Thank you. Thank you for the support. So environment is stronger than willpower. What I've been learning is we can actually design our own environment or move to one that is more supportive. So what is an example of this? What that I've been learning? You're like, Martin, what the hell is an example of environment is stronger than willpower? I learned this. You could start joining masterminds. I got exposed to this when I started doing seminars, my T. Harv Eker, Quantum Leap, Tony Robbins, like that. You can even go into an inner circle, which is like a smaller or more intimate version of a mastermind. These are people who you trust the most, high level people. And why is this important? There's a saying here that proximity is power. Maybe you heard that line, whoever we spend time is who we become. So you're hanging out with 5 millionaires, most likely you are gonna become a millionaire as well. It's not limited to money, since the topic is how to move from anger to peace. If you're surrounded by people who always or like constantly express hate, anger, again, it could be conscious or unconscious, or any negative emotions, we start to get affected as well. So you could consciously design or move to a more supportive environment. So one of my bucket lists here in my dream board is actually that platinum partnership of Tony Robbins. Third, what is the third thing we can do? How to shift from anger to peace? It's focus. So what is focus? It's more involving our mental focus. So what is this? One quick line that helped me get it at once. Tony Robbins says this: trade your expectation for appreciation, and your whole life will change in that moment. So for example, if I'm feeling anger, very common example is road rage. Let's say someone cuts me, someone's acting like an asshole on the road. One thing I try to do is, hey, what's this person going through? Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe their father just died and they're like rushing to the hospital. Maybe someone just has LBM. They gotta use the toilet in an emergency. And then my emotion, I calm down. It works for me. So you could do what works for you then. So another thing on how to shift from anger to peace is I do this. It's called gratitude practice. You don't literally have to write counting my blessings in a journal every day, but that's something I've been doing for the past years, and it helps me shift a lot from anger to peace. Lastly, one of the things is you could comment deep dive down below, or like have a session with me, or with people who are supportive in the community. We'll teach this to you. This is called a reframe. So whatever challenge you're going through in life, there is a way to reframe it from bad to good. And there's a process on how we do that. So one thing I learned was the 4 R's. So you can actually recognize, release it, reframe it, and rebuild. And there is a process to that. I won't do it in this live right now. I can discuss it somewhere else if you're interested. Type it down below, deep dive if you want to do that. And you can convert your life that way. So thank you. I love you. And I will see you next time.